Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Escape Plans. Are you like many of the people reaching out to us right now, climbing the walls, ready to go? Well, if you thought it was overwhelming and confusing to plan travel before the pandemic, it is even more so now. This is the reason we exist, to help you escape with the least amount of stress and frustration. So don't try and go it alone. Our advisors can save you so much time and worry, and make sure that you spend your time and your money wisely. Quick note here. Everybody is going to be in listen only mode. If you have any questions, please use the chat feature. We will answer as we go along. If you want to learn more about how we can help you, I strongly recommend that you schedule a complimentary session with one of our advisors. The phone number and the email address are in the chat box. And for those of you that are watching on Facebook Live, you can send us a message through Facebook. It's been a rough year for all of us. And I know that here in the Southeast part of the United States, we're experiencing spring weather. People are really ready to get back out and see their friends and visit destinations. And we want to help you make that happen. So, the travel industry's really been brought to its knees during this global pause of the last year. And while companies and destinations are ramping up and excited to welcome you back, they're having to increase their staff, increase their flights, in some cases, the car fleet, rooms, etc. But they're eager to do so because they're ready to welcome you back. And all of us in the travel industry agree that we want to do this as safely as possible. We all have a passion for exploring, but we want to make sure people remain safe as possible. So the last 4 weeks at Global Escapes, we've been incredibly busy. I just want to share a couple of quick things of what we're seeing. And just kind of let folks know, sometimes it's kind of hard to think about what's going on from a global standpoint when you're thinking about your own vacation or escape. So all of the travelers that were supposed to have traveled in 2020 and early 2021 have had to cancel or postpone their travel. And they've already done so in many cases. And so they're taking up some of the space for later this year and into 2022. And then you've got all the additional people that are also ready to go. So availability is already a little bit limited because of the reduced capacity, and many hotels and resorts are experiencing, a supply and demand problem. So my point here is that now is not the time to be spontaneous. You really need to get out your calendar. You need to figure out when you want to try and get away for the remainder of this year and even into 2022, and you need to plan now. We'd love to schedule some time to help you with that and help you make it happen, but we just cannot encourage people enough to make plans now for the next 12 to 18 months, because if you don't do that, there's a very good possibility that you may not get what you want, or you're going to get only what's left, and that may not be the best option for you. So enough of that. I want to welcome back Sergio today. So Sergio spoke with us a few weeks ago. He represents memorable Costa Rica. They are now also representing Belize. They are amazing partners for Global Escapes because they are an extension of our office on the ground in these destinations. And they share our passion for helping you explore these destinations in the best way. And they also understand that everybody has different preferences and priorities, and they want to make sure that you get the experience that you are looking for. So Sergio, just a quick note for those of you who didn't listen in a few weeks ago, he's been planning experiences since 2002. They are in constant contact with the local hotels, eco lodges, all the way to 5-star luxury resorts in the different regions of these countries. And they are a great partner for Global Escapes because they share, like I said, our passion for helping you get out there and for making your experience perfect. just what you want. So Sergio, thank you for joining us again today. How are you?
Fine, thank you, Tiffany and Global Escapes for having us and the opportunity to show you a beautiful destination that it's more of a off the beaten path type experience. Thank goodness, just like you, we're busy. Both Belize and Costa Rica are coming back strong. Well, we're very excited to be able to show you and your possible clients the beauties that Belize offers.
So tell me real quick before we get into this, I can't wait to see some of the slides. I've not yet personally been able to get to Belize. I'm eager to get there. I have friends and colleagues that I know have visited the country and absolutely love it. But what are the current restrictions for entering Belize right now?
Sure. To travel to Belize right now, hold on. To travel to Belize right now, basically you're either had your 2 shots or your 1 shot if Johnson and Johnson, or you have to present a negative COVID test to travel taken within 48 hours of your visit. Um, Also, you will need a health travel app that you can download on your smartphone, and it's basically so the Belize government knows where you are. And thirdly, you need to use something called gold standard properties, and that's the quality, the seal of quality and assurance that the properties and suppliers that we're using for you are following all the health and safety protocols. That's the only 3 items that you need.
Very good. And then you may be touching on this, but as far as there's a big concern here in the US for people that are leaving the country that they're going to be required to have a negative COVID test to re-enter the United States. How are the properties in Belize handling that? Are they having people come on site? Are there locations? Tell me a little bit about what that looks like in Belize.
It's super easy to get the COVID test in Belize. Most likely, we will arrange for the lab people to come to the properties and get you tested there. The rapid antigen test is available, and in most cases, it's between $50 and $65 per person. And you get the results via email within 2 hours of taking the test. So it's super easy to comply with that requirement from the US to head back.
Okay, that's good to know. Very good to know. Okay, well, let's get into this. Let's see a little bit about what there is to see and do in Belize.
I'm gonna start all of you by showing you a quick video that we love and that I think it's a good example of what we can offer. I told you it was a very quick video.
Oh, that's excellent though.
So basically, first of all, Belize is a tiny nation in Central America. Everyone, and I mean everyone, speaks English. English is actually the official language. Yes, most people also speak Spanish and Creole, but English is spoken everywhere in the country. Connectivity to Belize via direct or one-stop flights is very good. Right now, as I was discussing with Tiffany before, flights are coming back stronger, more frequencies are being added. Almost everyone is flying back to Belize except from Southwest Airlines, which is supposed to announce the restart of flights to Belize in June. So connectivity through any of the major cities, hubs in the US is great to Belize. Belize is a tiny country. Okay. So the population is almost 500,000 people in whole of Belize. Belize has one of the least dense populations, and that means it's scattered all across the country. Only the city holds like 40% of all population. So when you travel to the different regions that I'm gonna show you, you're gonna be surrounded by no people. That's what I wanted to say. Just like Costa Rica, when we discussed a few weeks ago, the openness, the nature, the weather, it's all amazing factors that you can take into consideration to choose the country, okay? It's very safe, protocols are being followed very strictly. So, I mean, it's a very good destination for right now or down the road. Belize, we like to divide it in three different main sections. I'm going to show you a little bit of each one. This is Guatemala. This is Mexico. This is Belize. Belize is not an island. This is the Caribbean coast. Belize has the second largest coral reef in the world. The first one is Australia. Second one is in Belize, okay? So we're gonna focus first on the inland region. We call it Cayo. And this region, it's where you find the jungle, rainforest, most of the animal experiences and adventure. My favorite is the cenotes, where you can enjoy multiple experience in a cave, okay? Some snorkeling, some tubing, some hiking. There are easy and extreme tours. So for example, the extreme one is one that you hike inside the trail for 2 miles, inside the cave for 2 miles. Then you have to sort of go underwater for like 10 seconds only to get into a second cave. But it's not for everyone. It's for those of you that don't like tight spaces, it's not recommended. Also very famous in Belize throughout the different regions of the country, the Mayan ruins. This is Xunantunich, and this is the second biggest Mayan ruins in the country, okay? So it's an incredible experience. It's slightly different from Mexico. If you've been to the pyramids and saw the Aztec sites in Mexico, it's a little bit different. And the guides are amazing and explain a lot of what you're seeing. Again, with the touring, the zip lining, you have animal shelters, you have some sort of guided boogie experiences, bird watching, rainforest hikes, and plenty of more, including get your hands on cooking lessons, Belize style, okay? Here, we like 2 properties only. There are others that we may use depending on the person interested in traveling, but my 2 favorites clearly are Kaana, which is the one on the left, and then Chaa Creek, which is the one on the right. And both are unique, very boutique properties. In Belize, there's nothing massive, okay? Everything is boutique-ish. Everything is authentic, with the exception of 2 properties that are Hilton. So everything is charming, has some flavor. It's really different from a brand name in the US. So here in the region, in the Belize Cayo region, you will be spending 2 or 3 nights, hopefully. Enjoy adventure, enjoy nature, enjoy the rainforest, enjoy the properties, which come with lots of freebies that you can enjoy, from watching how they pick their vegetables for their food in their own location, to butterfly farms, to hikes in the rainforest where you're going to see monkeys and toucans and others, to relax at the pool, fine dining, do nothing but take care and stay. Also, in the same inland region south of Cayo, we have something called Mountain Pine Ridge. Mountain Pine Ridge is another inland region. It's higher elevation. It's not extremely high. It's like 4,500 feet above sea level. Bird watching is a must. You have several different waterfalls that you can hike to. Horseback is all around you. And you also can enjoy some hiking in the forest and in caves, okay? You can actually bathe in some cenotes also. And our favorite properties in Mountain Pine Ridge are 3. One, it's Hidden Valley. Second, it's Blancanu, and Blancanu is a property from the Francis Ford Coppola properties. And then the third one we like is Gaia, okay? Again, very small properties, no air conditioning here because you're higher above sea level, so you have fans and basically you don't need air conditioning depending on the time of the year that you visit. You have special accommodations with your own private pool. And here again, we like to think of Belize like a multi-region, just like Costa Rica. And we like to think of Belize like 2 or 3 nights at Cayo or Mountain Park Ridge, and then your beach experience. Okay, that's the ideal way of enjoying Belize. Yes, if you want to enjoy beach only, we may do so, and I promise you will not be disappointed. But Belize is also so much more than just a beach. Next region, now we're moving to the coast. This is the first region of the coast. It's called Plasencia. And Plasencia is a really small town with a few restaurants. We have the list of our favorite restaurants in town, a few shops. It's more quiet than the next region I'm going to show you, which is Un-Belize-able, which is here where my pointer is showing you. So let's focus first on Plasencia. Here, again, it's very authentic, very charming, Caribbean style town, small town. The ocean here, I'm Costa Rican, and I really love my country, but oh my God, the beaches at Belize are something else. Really, the white sand color and the super light turquoise waters are incredible. It's something that we don't have in Costa Rica. And it's a beautiful beachfront experience. The only negative I can tell you about the Belize beaches is if you're a surfer, don't come because there are no waves. Everything is calm. I even went, and I'm gonna see if I can show you a picture, to something called Secret Beach. And I walked in the ocean, I'm gonna say 500 yards away from the shore, and the water was still chest high. So it's an incredible experience, okay? Of course, scuba diving, snorkeling are must enjoys. For scuba diving, we have something called the Blue Hole. You might be familiar with the Blue Hole. Blue Hole is serious diving, okay? This is certified divers only. And you can definitely enjoy it from Un-Belize-able, the next region. But as a parenthesis, I wanted to mention that you can absolutely dive in Belize as a resort dive. If you're not certified, you could get certified in Belize also. But if you're really serious about diving, you might like to go to the Blue Hole, and that is a serious dive. They request at least one dive before the Blue Hole and within 1 year of visiting. So it's not for everyone. Big wildlife. The whale sharks are available to be seen depending on the time of the year. And we have 3 or 4 different properties we like in this region. One, it's called Itzana, which is the sister property of Kaana in the Jungle region. The second one, it's called Naya. The third one is Turolin, and Turolin is another Francis Ford Coppola property. And the other one, it's called De Plasencia, which is a Muy Ono property, and it's also a very interesting option. Here, the hotels are bigger than in the Mountain Pine Ridge or the San Ignacio Cayo district, but still, the biggest property here is 30-something rooms. So again, you're looking at low density, low crowds. The beaches are so wide that you don't see crowds at the different beaches, and you have plenty of things to enjoy. If you stay at Plasencia or at Un-Belize-able and you want to stay all nights at Plasencia and Un-Belize-able, you can definitely do day tours inland, okay? So we can take you caving, and we can take you ziplining, and we can take you to enjoy the Mayan ruins. And we will give you choices. There are ferry boats, there are speed boats, there are local flights that you can use to head to the mainland, where you can enjoy plenty of activities if you want to stay all the time at your beach experience, at your beach property. Now we're gonna move to Ambergris Key, okay? This is in the map. I'm gonna show you quickly here again. We were here at Plasencia before. Now we're gonna move to Ambergris Key. And this is the town. It's called San Pedro, and it's a big town. Well, big relatively speaking, right? It's like 10,000 people living in San Pedro. You have tons of restaurants, bar, shops, groceries, you name it. Everything a big town has, you get at San Pedro. Most people will fly on the local planes, 12-seat planes from Belize City to San Pedro. And here they will be taken from the local airport to via land on a golf cart or on a car for 10 to 30 minutes if you're staying farther away in the Ambergris Key region, or they're gonna take you to a boat where they're gonna take you to your beach property in Ambergris Key. Here again, fishing, kayaking, snorkeling, scuba diving, they have manatees, they have something, they can also take you via swamp boat, I don't know how to call it, this type of boat that you see in Florida, to see Mayan ruins. And my favorite, and I don't know if I don't have a picture here, they have something called Shark Ray Alley. And this is a very popular tour where you are taking from your property in the beach at Ambergris for 20 or so minutes, very close to the shore. And you can swim with baby sharks, okay? It's an incredible experience. It happens year round. It's completely safe. You can also dive at that location just as a test drive for the famous Blue Hole here. I was mentioning the Blue Hole only for divers, certified divers. And why is it so serious? Because it's not a gradual descent. It's basically a wall that goes down lots of feet underwater. So if you're not a serious, well-seasoned diver, it might cause some issues, okay? And that's something we do not want, of course. Ambergris Key, more properties than in Plasencia, but again, small. The biggest property might be 45 or so bedrooms. Beaches, again, just like Plasencia, look at the color of the sand. It's white sand. You have the reef closer at Ambergris Key to the shoreline than from Plasencia, okay? So you can actually take a kayak with your snorkeling gear, go drop an anchor very close to the coral reef and enjoy snorkeling on your own. If you want guided, we can arrange for guided, of course. Our favorite properties at Ambergris, Mata Chica, which is an adult-only property. We have Grand Caribe, which is a property. It's basically like you would be in a condo somewhere in the US, a condo property, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bedroom units that you can fully staff with a housekeeping and chef that they can do grocery shopping for you, or you can do it just as an hotel. You have also Victoria House, which is an unique property. This is the one you're looking at here. They have an adult-only section at this hotel. Of course, all the hotels come with the pools and are beachfront. And then you have something called Las Terrazas, which is also another property we love at Ambergris, that it's beachfront and offers hotel rooms and 2 and 3 bedroom units, okay? Very important, and I wanted to clarify before moving on to the possible private island experiences is, yes, we have all-inclusive properties in Belize, but it's very different from the all-inclusive you and I might think of, okay? In Costa Rica or Mexico or Dominican, the all-inclusive means all your meals, snacks, drinks, with or without alcohol. In Belize, the all-inclusive they do, it's more of a meal plan. And regarding the alcohol is not great, okay? It's basically local stuff, not great quality of alcohols. So we, as a company, do not like offering the all-inclusive. Yes, we may add the meal plan without alcohol, but in some regions like Ambergris, where we recommend renting a golf cart throughout your stay or for a few days, so you can head into town, park, dine out, it's part of the experience. It's a beautiful experience, okay? So you get to mingle with the locals, see other tourists, have a very fine seafood meal at San Pedro, and then head back to your resort. Private islands. In Belize, we have different private islands, including a few that come with over-the-water bungalows, okay? So you do not need to get all the way to Fiji or Tahiti to enjoy an over-the-water bungalow. If you don't want to, you can stay closer to home. And some islands are a full rental. I mean, everything is rented. For if the island is 5 rooms, you can take the 5 rooms. You cannot take 1 or 2. And some islands, yes, you may take 1 or 2 rooms out of the 6 total rooms. How do you get there? You basically fly into San Pedro or fly into Placencia, and from there you're taking via boat to your private island, okay? This is a very popular experience for multi-generation families. Some families we've seen take over a whole island or almost all the island, and they enjoy this is as personal as it gets. The personalization, the customization of the menus, the ingredients, the alcohols that you want, it's as good as it gets regarding what you're gonna experience. So it's an amazing, also beautiful experience. The over-the-water bungalows I showed you before, very popular nowadays, more so for couples, honeymoons looking to enjoy a private balcony, terrace, or steps to your water. And again, this is one that you can rent the whole island, okay? And it comes with a boat, and you can enjoy fishing and snorkeling and scuba and do whatever you please. And you're treated like royalty because it's basically the staff tending to you. Some islands are more towards the rustic side, no air conditioning, like the ones you're seeing right now. Breeze is very comfy, and you have ceiling fans or floor fans. So, I mean, you don't need it depending on the time of the year you travel. And some are more upscale, like this one, which is called Cayo Espanto, and it's air conditioning. You have a few villas or units that have their own private dock. This is not for the hotel. This is for your unit. You can get breakfast in bed. So it's really all about pampering you. For our friends at Global Escapes, we are offering, and this is just a sample package because we, of course, will get to know you through the agents at Global, and we'll design and customize something for you. But in this case, this is a multi-region package staying at Chalk Creek and Mata Chica. So for those of you with families, we will change the beach hotel. And it includes activities, and more important, it includes $150 to cover the test to head back home, okay? Of course, the price will vary depending on the time of the year. And of course, if you want higher categories, or if you want diving, or you want fishing and things like that. But this is something we're doing with our hotel partners in Belize, just to show you some appreciation and incentivize the visit of clients to Belize. So it's basically, it's the price before of the package was $250. And now it's $47.50, but includes $150 for your COVID test. Tiffany, this is basically the presentation I have for you today. So happy to answer any questions, show you anything that you wish to see.
No, that's great. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to pack my bags and go. Thank you, Sergio. Now, the price that you just showed for that package, is that the total for per person or for 2 people?
That's for the couple. That's 2 people.
Okay. Yeah. So the prices are very reasonable for Belize, and it really is a unique and authentic destination. I think it's a great spot for people who have maybe visited a lot of the other Caribbean islands, or maybe have been to Mexico a few times. And as you can see, as Sergio pointed out, you've got some variety between staying inland and then also staying out by the beach. It does kind of give you a little bit more of a jungle experience, and then also gives you the beach experience. certainly a very hot spot for scuba divers and snorkelers. So we love Belize. It has been one of our favorite destinations for many, many years. Like I said, we've sent a lot of people there, and I am looking forward to getting there myself as soon as possible. It definitely looks like a perfect place to kind of recharge your battery after a long, tough year of a pandemic, and plenty of room to spread out without crowds. So, you know, I just want to mention real quick too, to anybody listening in, that is something else that we're trying to remind folks, is that for the next couple of years, travel is definitely going to look very different than it did before COVID. And in the way that I'm referring to, it is going to be that there are less people traveling for the next couple of years. And this is really important because for those of you who are ready to go, it's an ideal time for you to experience destinations like Belize without worrying about some of the places being overcrowded or too many people. So this is another reason why it's really, really important to start making plans now. And we can definitely help you do that. We can help you figure out, you know, an ideal budget for some of the destinations that you're looking for, and the best time of year to go as well, based on the weather in that region. So Sergio, thank you so much for joining us today and filling us in on such a beautiful destination. You're just so lucky to just be surrounded by the jungle and the beautiful waters in Belize. And what a great job we have in the travel industry, right?
Absolutely. I not to throw it on your face, but I'm heading to Belize in May. So I hope to update in Facebook with many of our experiences in May in Belize.
Oh, that's great. No, we want you to go, because it's like we tell our clients all the time, you want to work with somebody who has feet on the ground in the destination, who knows it in and out. And this is why you guys are such a great partner for Global Escapes. We want to make sure our clients get the best experience possible. And the only way for them to do that is to work with people who know it really well. So I hope you enjoy your time there. And for those of you who are interested in what we have coming up next, our next webinar is going to be on April the 29th. So we will not have anything next week, but we will in 2 weeks be talking about the continent of Africa. If you have ever dreamed of an African safari, I can tell you firsthand, it should be high on your list. It is one of the most amazing places in the world to experience. Certainly South Africa, East Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, Botswana, South Africa, Zimbabwe. I mean, just amazing places. And so we are looking forward to that. So if you want to stay up to date with the events that we have coming up, take a look at our website, globalescapes.com/events. And we will have all of our events listed there. You can register there. Some of these we do share on Facebook Live, so certainly you can catch those as well. And just remember that, you know, planning some of your most valuable vacation time, it can be very overwhelming, and especially in the days as we kind of all come out of the COVID year. And, you know, and it's just so good for you to get a break and get away and get a change of scenery. So, you know, everybody really deserves that at this point. And if you're tired of leaving it up to chance or trying to figure it out on your own, this is exactly why we exist. We want to make sure that you spend your time and your money wisely. So give us a call, send us an email, let us know how we can help you escape, and we will be happy to help. So thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thanks again, Sergio. Enjoy your time in Belize, and we will be in touch.
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you to our friends at Global.
All right, everybody have a great day. Thanks so much.